Oh, this is a video of a chimpanzee doing Ninja Warrior.
What up? Welcome to Stuck in Traffic number 47. I am here with Eli and our new sound setup. So hopefully this sounds a lot better than it has ever been. We got individual mics. We got a mixer. We're looking a little more legit. This is all thanks to our biggest our biggest supporter, the person that has paid the most money for this podcast to be successful. Big shout out to me. So thanks.
I was like, it's either dad or nobody.
it's me. It's Cooksey's Lifeguard and Swim Academy. Way to go, you guys! Because
they're contributing. What a great business partnership you got going on there.
Without you, Cooksey's Lifeguard and Swim, we wouldn't have all this cool equipment.
Yes, as Sam said, Elijah here. Good to be on for episode 47, right? I think last time I was on for 43.
No, you were like 45 or something like that.
No, I was not. I remember it being another one of those odd-numbered episodes. What, you can't book anyone. You tell me to come over. We're going to play some games, and I'm stuck doing this. But this is looking pretty legit.
Yeah, I know.
A little setup, dude. I'm almost thinking of telling you to get a hobby.
This is kind of my hobby. What are you talking about? I enjoy talking to the mic, telling people how it feels. Oh, you know what?
What?
This is a big shout out. This is obviously the most interactive podcast in the entire world. So if you listen to it, you get brought up.
Wow.
So Kayla, I had no idea Kayla listened to.
Who's Kayla?
Kayla is a girl I know from high school.
Wow.
She is probably the smartest person from high school because she found the valedictorian and the smartest guy at high school and was like, done. I'm going to marry you.
Oh,
and have
locked
3
it
kids.
down, dude.
Locked it down.
Not a bad move there.
Right? Yeah. So
when I was in high school, I found the first girl who would talk to me. Dating that,
You tried to date the first girl to talk to you?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm a loser. And the girl would talk to me. I guess you had to use your brain on that one.
Or just kind of,
okay.
I
was a loser like that joke.
So, big shout out. I was thinking, Kayla, about, since you're a mother of 3, maybe cutting out some of the curse words. And then I decided I couldn't.
Wait, does she listen to it with her kids?
I don't know.
Just because she's a mother doesn't mean she's always got them around. She could be dropping them off at school once that door closes, gets the naughty podcast up, and, relive
naughty podcast.
Some of those days before motherhood.
There you go. Yeah, so big shout out. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the comments that you sent me. So, keep on listening and share the podcast. So,
wait, what's the comment she said?
she said that she enjoyed me calling children baggage.
It's perfect with the mother of 3 going on.
I know. Yeah. I was like, oh, cool.
We don't have to fact check if she's a mother. We know for sure now.
Someone that's hung out with kids long enough and it's not their first child, knows exactly how to raise children. Is that a silence?
But I brain farted. I looked at you. I listened to you. I didn't process any of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So today, I was driving, and this little teenage girl, maybe like 16, 17, she was putting money in her pocket. $1 fell out as she was crossing the crosswalk, and I saw it, and I rolled down my window, and I was like, hey, you, hey, girl, hey. As she got in front of the car, and I was like, yeah, I'm talking to you. You dropped $1. You dropped $1 over there. And she was like, gave me the weird, huh? You're a weirdo. And I was like, you dropped $1. And then she just gave me the shrug, I don't know what you're even trying to suggest. And then just kept walking. So she got across the street. I looked at Ashley and I was like, I'm going to hop out and go grab that $1.
Yeah.
And I did. I made $1, but I kind of feel that maybe I could have done something different. But in that situation, shouldn't she have known? Because she was literally just putting money away.
That goes back to that story of a guy on a house in a flood, right? And he said he's waiting for God's help, and these boats come by and offer their help, and he goes, he's waiting for God's help. You tried to help her, she wouldn't see it because she's, thinking you're probably trying to get her to get in your car as a prostitute or something like that.
I did. I said, you dropped $1.
Yeah, she's
hop in the car.
People aren't able to listen to someone talk to them. That's their fault. They lost out. What are you gonna do? Go get that doll and go run it to her? Here's your dollar, ma'am.
I was kind of thinking about that, but then I didn't. No, because the light turned green. I hopped back in the car.
You got your own life, dude.
I figured the people behind me clapped like, yeah, you got that dollar.
I mean, technically, I feel like you did steal that dollar
because I saw her drop it.
Yeah, you saw her drop it. You took it. You did not return it.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried. All I gotta say is I tried. Definitely.
And I agree with that. Maybe I wouldn't have even tried. Maybe I would have just grabbed the car, grabbed the dollar.
Would you have gotten out of the car though?
For $1?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
I think it would have gotten out for change too.
Well, you stole change from a homeless man once. I don't know if we talked about this on
I don't
this
think we've ever talked about that on this podcast. We were in...
Here's how cheap this asshole over here is.
We were in New York. And I did not steal, but this is the real story. We were in New York visiting Katie. I walk up and I find a bunch of pennies on the floor. I'm, oh shit, there's a ton of change. So I start picking up the pennies, and I got a good 25 pennies in my hand.
Oh shit. Retire early.
It's like a whole quarter. And the homeless guy runs up to me and he's like, hey, that's mine. Put it down. And I was like, oh, it's just change. So I gave it to him, and this guy literally looked at the change. I gave him a bunch of pennies. Like, yo, man, those are pennies. And I was like, yeah, that's what I was picking up. He's like, shit, those are the ones I threw out. No one wants fucking pennies. And I was like, I want pennies. He's like, I got a whole pocket full. And then he reached his back pocket, pulled out all this change, just gave me probably $5 of pennies because I filled up both front pockets with pennies.
No, he's not lying. I mean, $5 is a lot, but you had at least $3 plus in there.
Oh, easily.
Change that you were lugging around New York because you don't drive in New York. You hike everywhere across these buildings, and he had all these shaking pennies. I can't mimic the sound. Shaking pennies. Ching, 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 ching. Some little nerd. I have a coin story.
Give me a coin story.
I was little, right? And at that time...
I know a coin story.
He already knows, huh? And I was collecting all the coins I could, saving up money. I probably had about $10 worth of coins, right? And the AV fair was oh man, that was hot stuff. So I go to the fair with my siblings, and I have my Ziploc bag of quarters, pennies, and dimes that probably amounts to about $10. And I remember Sandler being pissed off because at my age, I'd look at everything like, oh, the slide, and I'd take out my Ziploc and try to count it and want Samuel's help to count it and be like, do I have enough? And then he'd end up be like, it's nothing, it's just coins. You can't get anything. I was like, disappointed. But we ended up going on the zipper ride, right? And that's those, if you're not familiar, it's you get into a kind of 3-person sit max cart, and it spins you like crazy forward and backwards, and then this whole mechanism that's 5 stories tall spins as well. So it's this insane spinning ride that you're sitting in, and you're at the mercy of rotational.
Think of it like a really flat oval, like a really flat oval, kind of like a rubber band, and then that whole thing rolls like a Ferris wheel, plus the little cart spins, and you could flip it.
Yeah, you can shake back and forth and get a whole front flip, back flip going on. But so we were in line to go on this, and it was me, Samuel, Katie, and that was it, right?
Yep.
And we were in line, and the operator, was only letting 2 people go on at a time. So Sam and Kitty went on first, and I get on with this random girl who's probably 3 years older than me, and at that time you're like, oh, pretty girl. But yeah, we get on together, and I'm already nervous because I gotta sit next to this pretty girl. And the things you're sitting in are like cages. They're like those metal cages where you can't even stick your finger through, right?
Yeah.
The holes in them, you can see through them, but you can't stick your finger through. So this thing starts in my Ziploc bag as we're spinning like crazy back and forth, busts out of my pocket, shatters open, and the coins just disperse and get knocked back and forth and are pegging both me and her like and it was just pain and spin the whole time. I lost all my money, my $10 worth of coins, and I think she just ran away, but it was pretty funny to look back on.
Talking about the zipper, I remember a story going to the fair with you, and normally they only allow 2 people, like Eli said, but this one little kid wanted to get on and he couldn't go by himself, so the ride attendant sat him in between Eli and I, and we looked at the kid and we were like, we are going to spin this like crazy. We're going to go upside down nonstop. Are you able to handle it? And he was like, yeah. We're like, are you sure? Because we're not going to stop. We are, and you know, because I'm a little mean to children sometimes. We're not stopping, even if you say,
right, the carry-on luggage.
Even if you say stop, we are not going to, because we paid a lot of money for this. He's like,
25 pennies worth of money, baby. Hey, can you pass me the vodka? On a side note, this is operational. Please stand by.
Please stand by.
Thank you.
And we did pay a lot of money. High school budget.
Yeah, I wasn't even high school. It was junior high.
Yeah.
I evolved from my Ziploc and coins. Probably had like $5 that I weaned out of dad.
You probably
no way
did.
I got it from mom. But
talking about cheapskate.
Oh, mom, dude, that's where we got it from. Sorry.
Oh yeah, your Eli's mixing his drink right in front of the mic.
As I hold my hand up because I think I'm such a sophisticated person. I'm like,
can you get it away from the mic?
I wanted to demonstrate it.
Yeah,
go ahead.
And so we buckle in, they close the cage, and we spin the shit out of that little kid so much he got off and he was like, I don't feel that good. And we were like, was it fun? He was like, maybe. And he stumbled away back to his parents.
That kid was shooken, dude.
That kid never was seen at the zipper again.
So going back to my mom being an unbelievable cheapskate, we'd go to like a field trip, right? Where they're like, oh, give your kids money for lunch. And it'd be a field trip to an amusement park, Magic Mountain, which here in California is, expensive music park.
Yeah.
$5 in Magic Mountain buys you a bottle of water.
If that.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Gets you a chance at the water fountain.
So she'd literally give us like $5, $10, and we'd be there the whole day, and we'd be bumming food items off of other kids like we were the poorest people in Palmdale. It would be bad.
The issue was we weren't at all.
I know we weren't that poor, but she gave us this mindset like we had nothing. Oh man, it was bad. And then my dad will overpay you.
But that's the person you need to go see.
Man, yeah. I've made the mistake of asking mom, thinking like, oh, I have 2 good parents. Make sure I'm okay. No. When it comes to money, mom thinks it's back in 1800s where $5 can buy you a house or something. She's like, you're fine.
Yeah. I remember getting the $5 from mom and then literally going straight to dad and going, Dad, mom gave me $5 for Magic Mountain. Can I at least have 20? And he's like, yeah, here's 40.
Do you need
Dad.
more? Do you need more?
Yeah,
Tell me if you need more. Is 40 enough? Are you sure 40 is enough? I have 60. I can give you 60. Let me know. I can give you 60.
Here's 60. No, just take it.
Okay. Take it. Don't go ask your mom for this.
And then you would not tell mom because mom would be like,
how much money? $5 back.
She'd get her $5 back.
That demon, man.
I remember getting allowance from dad. I probably have already told this story a bunch, but I remember getting allowance from dad in elementary school and going shopping at like Vons, and mom would turn, like I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get some candy, and then mom would turn and look at me and go like, put that candy back. how much money do you have? And be like, $5. And she'd like, give it to me. We're paying for groceries. She would take the $5. She'd hand over the cash and they go, the rest on the card.
But she's a tyrant. She stole from you?
She'd take my allowance and Katie's allowance.
I'm glad I never got hit by that, man. But with the time I came around in life, Mom definitely lightened up a bit. She must have gone through some enlightening. Maybe got a little bit of a better job. I don't know, happier place.
I remember being screamed at and yelled at about my shoes because we'd go to Payless and get shoes.
Oh my God.
Mom would be super upset when they would fall apart. The whole bottom. I remember the whole sole came off on the hot cement at Joshua Hills, and just the sole was gone. I could touch my foot would touch the ground in my sock, and Mom duct taped. I went to her classroom and she duct taped the whole shoe back together. It was like, we just bought these a month ago. You are not getting new shoes for another 6 months. Make it last. I was like, oh, okay.
Dude, I'm so glad Payless has gone out of business. That place, when you go to those summer camps and you make those little bead string animals, that is way better quality than anything they've ever done at Payless. Because holy crap, those things just break. Just complete crap. I don't know what they're made of. I can't think of a substance they're made of other than like maybe sand that is worse in holding itself together.
Yeah.
Maybe wet packed sand is better.
Close.
Sam was antsy about his new equipment, and I'm either too far or too close. You know.
No, right there.
I'm shaking my glass.
God damn
He's
it.
such a little.
You had to face the mic to be able to talk into the mic. They don't pick up everything.
The mic, it looks like it's looking at me.
It's looking at you.
You set it up at this height, and it's kind of like, like this thing right there, like an alien leaning over.
Like an alien leaving it over.
I don't like it that much.
So I've been trying to, finish or at least start writing some more on my.
Oh, you should.
Yeah. Yeah, because I need to finish part 2. I need to finish part 2.
Well, I've never even heard you write a word of part 2. And I say that because he speaks his writing aloud. You might think like, here, what? No, he uses like a dragon speaker and he like speaks his words and the computer types it out. Because, typing, that's just hard.
Well, and it's the spelling. We've talked about me being super dyslexic. And the first book still has spelling mistakes in it because I had to write it myself. Type it out. But with Dragon Natural Speaker, I can talk into it and it spells everything correctly.
That if I wanted to get Dragon Natural Speaker, where would I go to purchase such a product?
You can go on www.natural.
Fuck you. We don't plug, unless you're here to speak. So, any representative of Dragon Natural Speaker can contact us. You got an email, podcast email?
Yeah.
What is it? I'm sure you got listeners like Kayla? Who have something, Maybe they want to come and talk. Oh, that's what you should do for your 50th episode.
Have random people come and talk?
Just one. No, do it like, we don't have phones here, so not a call first thing. But like,
with this new equipment, I can
comment,
Skype.
And then you're in the contest, hashtag stuck in traffic, and then you pick one of them randomly.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure Dad, who really wants to be on this because he wants the untold, he wants the truth. He thinks the truth is not told a lot of times, but it is all the time on this podcast.
Yeah. No, if you want to hear the longest podcast ever, you would listen to the one that Dad goes on. And you will not like it. They will probably ship it out to I can't say that word. Guantanamo Bay, and use it to torture people after the waterboarding. Like, why does he keep saying the same thing for hours?
My getting in trouble when you were little, you always wanted to get in trouble by Mom because she would hit you. One way to go about 2 smacks, a little bit of rage in her eyes, and then you could go do whatever. But if Dad got a hold of you, it was about 15 minutes of a lecture
If
about.
you're lucky, 15 minutes, dude. The whole ordeal is 2 hours. You get talked to for 30 minutes at least. Then you go to your room. Then he comes back, talks to you a little sternly again, leaves because you're still mad. Then it goes like 20 minutes goes by. He comes back as nice dad, and you guys apologize to each other and what have you. And that takes another 40 minutes.
I love when he gets super mad and he gets really, really close to your face, and his eyes dart back and forth because they're trying to focus, but he's so close that all you can see is his eyes like doing this weird twitching motion, and it's very hard not to focus on that, not to laugh.
It's
when
him
you get
deciding
in trouble.
not to kill you or not.
Yeah, actually, that
There's
is.
a deep, deep anger in my dad. It's boiled down below his heart, and he suppresses it very well. But his eyes don't hide it well.
No, they don't.
He's
He's
the
like
eyes
the
of a
Hulk.
killer sometimes, man.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
He's always
And if he gets too angry, you might die. Eli, tell the story of you doing laundry and getting double punched.
Oh, that was awful, dude. I was being such a sweetheart kid.
That's a lie.
Well, which one? The one where mom jump decked me, or the one where dad tripped me out in the lawn?
I wanted let's do both.
Okay.
I haven't heard both in so long.
So I was home for the holidays, and it was during college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like freshman year of college. I'm in my mom's room helping her fold clothes like a diligent, kid.
Diligent.
And she's talking to me about something, and I'm in college, so I'm smarter than her, right? Everyone in college. And so I'm giving her shit you're saying is stupid, but I'm not saying that. I'm probably saying it even in a worse, more coy, assholey way. She doesn't like it. I'm not even looking at her as I'm talking crap. I'm just folding clothes, looking at the bed. She runs at me, jumps, because I'm taller, literally punches me like, bah! In the back of the head. We were just laughing after that. I'm at the age where I'm so big and brawly compared to her where it doesn't hurt. But you're like, what the hell was that?
Talk about the age of like not having pain from mom anymore.
That was a hard time for my mom.
Yeah.
When she realized she wasn't hurting me and Samuel anymore, at that point, oh man, it's like power leaving her. And for any of the Cooksey women, when they feel like they're losing power, it's a very dangerous time to be around them. They're about to have a goddamn meltdown.
She used to have this ping pong paddle that she'd spank you with. And I remember being in 6th grade, and she bent me over and started spanking me with it, but I was laughing because it wasn't hard enough anymore. And she reached back as hard as she could and hit my butt, and the ping pong paddle broke, and the paddle itself, she's still holding the handle, the paddle itself flew off and knocked over a lamp, and she got so mad that she went through her keepsake box, pulled out her childhood paddle.
What? Grandma Joanne gave her...
Yeah, Grandma Joanne gave her this.
That's some dark shit.
Gave her this.
Hey, daughter, I'm glad you've grown up and moved on. Here's the beat-ass paddle I used to beat you with. Pass it on to the kids if it gets real bad.
It got real bad. And this paddle was a good, 2 inches, maybe an inch and a half thick, hard, deep mahogany wood.
He's that line stained and
It's beautiful looking.
Oh yeah.
It had this little hook in the back that you could hang it on the wall. And she got it. I had to go back in there, and one hit with that made my eyes water so bad. And I was like, I do not want to get hit with this paddle ever again.
Yeah, it's pretty much getting hit by like a cricket bat.
Yeah,
It literally is like that thick, that wide, that swingable, and ooh, man, a toddler could hit you with that and you'd be like, my God.
Yeah.
End it now.
Tell the double fist one. That's my favorite.
So don't get too excited about this double fist. I know you might be thinking the other way, but one of my dad's favorite attack moves is 2 punches at once. He'll square up to you, double punch, and just hit you in both pecs, and it's like a push punch. It's right in the middle. But I was leaving back to college, and it was probably some argument about using his house as a hotel, because when you first start college, who, no matter who you are of his children, Samuel to Emily, you're using his house as a hotel and you're not spending enough time with him. That's his biggest argument, which I get, sure. But I was there, I was doing lunch.
He's,
like, I gotta
he's a loving father.
He is. All he wants is attention. And he's probably talking some shit again. I was definitely smarter than him. I mean, I was very smarter than him in high school, and now I'm in college, so...
You're such an asshole.
So, I was talking some shit, and I was moving my laundry to my car in the front yard, and he had enough. So, he combined his two classic moves, because one of his classic moves is he steps on your foot, like on the what is that? The
toes.
Brim of the brim of your foot?
Yeah, the rim. Is it the brim?
No, it's got some
brim.
word for it. I can't remember now. Don't do alcohol, guys. Yeah, but that flat part of the foot. He stepped on the flat. So two of his moves. He steps on the flat of your foot and he pushes you, so you trip back. Or it's a double fist, and he combined them as I'm holding a whole hamper of laundry walking out to my car. Steps on my foot, double fist punches me in the pecs, go flying back, and all my clothes go up like total 180 and all in the front yard. And we're there. He's of course still yelling at me as he's helping me pick up my clothes and fold them and put them back in to the hamper. But yeah,
I like that story.
Yeah, I know you like that story because
you get hurt.
I love hearing about my abuse, especially when it's from dad. I don't know what it is.
Since we were talking about the fair, there's this great story where Eli has money. I don't know. Well, I don't even understand why you had so much money all the time. Maybe because Dad gave you money.
I had a
at the
financial mindset, dude.
So he has all this money at the fair again, and not change actual cash this time.
Which probably amounted to about $60 max at any point.
And we want to go do this jousting, like, gladiator thing. So it's this inflatable.
I forgot about this.
And it's cut in half, so there's no roof on it. And there's two pillars in the middle, and they're close enough that you can, like, reach out and, like, punch someone.
And it's all inflatable. What you're standing on is inflatable. Your weapons are inflatable. The whole thing is just this air concoction.
Yeah, except for the thing you're holding is this Q-tip with, like, PVC, and then at the ends are these two foam, like, Q-tip ends, and then you are supposed to whack each other with it and knock each other off. But I was not going to let Eli win at all at the fair.
Wait, you missed the part where you talked me into buying it from both of us and beat the shit out of me. That part was coming, but yeah.
I did talk him into buying it.
For both of us, and it was like $15 each at that time. That's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah.
And he knocked me off first. Whatever. We got set up. It was fair. Knocked me off first. But he wouldn't let me get back on to my spot. He turned that toothpick around and just started spearing it into my face. God, as soon as I get up, God, back into the inflatable parts and just bounced me up, and he just god me to death. You'd think Samuel had anger issues the way he just pounded me that night.
Ooh. Dirty. My favorite part is we started having people come and watch us because it was so violent, and I was like, okay, Eli, go ahead and get up. And Eli got up, grabbed his pick, and like went to hit me.
Grabbed my pick. He's been hitting me so hard I lost the weapon I'm supposed to be holding.
Grabbed his pick, stood up, and then I javelin throwed the Q-tip at him, and it hit him in the face, and he flew straight back. And the people around were like, ooh. And then this random like high school guy was just like, and just clapped. And the guy,
was a little WWE audience we had going on, dude.
I just remember that solo clap. Everyone else was like, ooh. And he just clapped, and then they all walked away.
You always abused me, man. Since a very young age. There's a video of me in a jumper. I'm like 3, probably. And you run, jump, double kick my ass. So he's 5 years older than me. So when I'm 3, he's like 8. Okay, he's a capable little kid. And I'm like, oh, toddler, like idiot. And I'm like jumping around, ha, 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 ha. And he runs, jumps, double kicks me, boom. And my dad's filming, and I go off camera from this impact. I'm in the middle, off camera. Both the parents, Samuel, and my little brainwashed toddler self comes over and goes, "It was okay. We were playing." That started a long life of abuse.
It made Eli tough. Like right now, you could punch Eli as much as you want, and he probably would not be feeling it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's very high pain tolerance.
But Eli's this giant kid. He's not like a little tiny kid. There's like the 5-year difference didn't really look that much different because Eli was really strong, abnormally strong, almost just as tall as I was, and broader. So he might have not been mentally there yet, but
yeah, still had the mind of a 3-year-old.
But he was physically like a 5-year older than he really was. So don't feel too bad for him. And it is that time. We're going to try something new. So
wait, what time?
Time to drink.
I thought we were talking about these stories. What happened?
It's like halfway through, so it's time to drink.
I'm just so confused.
How are you confused? We end the story.
We were talking about these stories, and now you're on to something else. It's like you paused the show, and
it's called a sudden
and now you're doing something else. And I'm in the moment all the time, and I can't take this. This force changes. But go ahead.
Okay.
Try.
So this one is John Barr, and it's a blended Scotch whiskey since 1881. And, that's about it.
Here,
you want to read the back?
Let me see. Let me see this. It's got a pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah, it just looks
nice finish. Nothing creative about it.
Nothing creative.
But
at all.
Sometimes that's how it is with these alcohols.
So what he's talking
as
about,
classy as possible, right?
He's talking about the bottle itself. You know how most of it's just advertising, and this is just a square bottle, black label, gold print. So it doesn't really like sell you on I don't know, but it was cheap. It was like $16.
Oh wow, $16.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it at?
Liquor store.
A liquor store?
A liquor store. So it's probably way cheaper. It's probably like $12.
Wow.
Yeah. So you want to?
What kind of heathen buys bottles at liquor stores unless it's 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. or something?
Well, they had a whole bunch of advertisements, and a whole bunch of old people were going in there, and I was waiting to get a burrito.
At the liquor store?
No, I wasn't at the liquor store. I was right next to the liquor store waiting to get a burrito. And as I was waiting, I saw a whole bunch of people go in. I was like, I should check these prices. I saw something I didn't try before, and I picked it up.
All right. Well, I can get on board with that.
Right?
Let's go and try this motherfucker.
I did go look at all the...
It's a whiskey. Did you say that?
I did say it's a Scottish blend.
That was a good accent, dude. Very good accent.
Thanks. Scottish. So try it, Eli, first. Give me a rating, 1 through 5. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. And this is on ice. We didn't try it straight up. We should have tried it neat first, but it's hot. It is summer, and it's hot.
It's a good one to have on ice. I'm going to give it that. If it's as cheap as you say, it tastes like one of those better whiskeys for that cheap. There's nothing distinct about it. There's nothing that is going to make me remember it and want to get it, other than maybe it's this cheap, like you're saying. I'm going to give it a flat middle 3.
You know what? I give it a 3 as well. It's just basic. It tastes like a decent whiskey. But again, nothing stands out about it at all. And it is pretty cheap. But there's no real change in it at all. It's just your standard whiskey. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all, but I definitely give it a 3 as well.
I really hope John Barr isn't listening to this.
A 3's not bad.
It's not. It's good. I definitely...
3 is like what you want, not what you want.
Yeah, that's... Perfect score, 3.
Perfect of 3.
You know what happened to me, dude?
What?
All this, so Samuel and I think especially we always have these crazy things happen to us with other people, like needing help, and then we're very nice people to strangers, not to our friends, where we go way out of our way to help a person, right? So I'm in my girlfriend's apartment, and she's got a jacuzzi and a pool and all this, and I'm chilling in the jacuzzi, throwing a couple back, and this black Jamaican guy comes up to me. He's got the whole dreadlocks and everything.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Thick accent like that. I mean, he might not be Jamaican, but
hey,
thick
little
accent.
white boy in the jacuzzi.
And he's talking to me kind of yelling at me. Not yelling at me mad, but they just talk really loud.
Hey, look at me. I'm in the jacuzzi with you, Mom.
And he was like, I don't have my phone. I'm supposed to go get my phone. And this guy is not calling the Uber, okay? He's not calling the Uber. Outside 15 minutes, he not called the Uber. Can I call him on your phone, man? I was like, yeah, sure. But, I'm not too much of a sucker. At least I don't try to be. So I, like, stand closely by him. And he's got his phone in his hand and all that.
Then go suck up for your new phone.
And they go completely into their language. And they're yelling at each other. Hangs up, he says, Uber's outside. So he goes outside, and I'm like,
Uber is it sounds kind of Jamaican, just kind of add a little, it's an Uber.
So I throw my towel on, well, I have my swimsuit on, but yeah, I wrap the towel around me, and I, what's that called? Scuttle outside after him. And
wait, he still has your phone?
No, I have the phone now, but I'm worried that the Uber's not going to be outside. If I go up and this guy doesn't have his phone, he's trying to get his phone. He gave me his whole story, so I started to be sympathetic for him. I just pretty much was thinking like, oh, what if he needs to make a call again after the super doesn't show up?
Okay, nice guy.
Yeah, too nice. I wouldn't do that for my friends. I'd be like, sucker. So I scuttle outside.
Just find your own way back in.
Yeah, waddle out there.
Thomas?
And of course the Uber's not out there, and he has to use my phone. No, his friend calls me on the phone now, so I pick it up and give it to him, and he's talking to him, and he's like edging his way out into the street as he's talking, and cars literally are honking at him and like kind of edge out of the way, and he's like talking and like walking the street. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna get hit by a car, my phone's gonna go flying, and another car's gonna run over my phone and break it.
So you're more
because I'm really a dick deep down. Those are my first thoughts. But anyways, Uber doesn't show up, and it comes over to me and goes, hey, can you order Uber for me? And I'm like, and he takes out all his cash. He goes, I pay, but you order Uber for me. So I look up the address that he has, and it's $15 away. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And he gives me $20. I order it. Uber comes up. I walk over to the Uber driver and I go, hey, I bought this Uber, just take him to the address. Because I'm worried some scam will take the Uber everywhere and I'll be hit with like a way higher bill on my card than what it's quoting me for, right?
Like he throws up in the Uber and you get charged with
something, right, dude? I'm like, well, just take him to the just drop him off. And it all worked out. It was all real. He dropped him off. I paid that amount. I got $5 gain for being a nice guy, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. But
I only got $1 gain for being a nice guy, but you got $5.
$5, baby. Yeah, that was my random story. Go ahead. What's their next segment, huh?
You got the Uber driver.
The Uber. So sometimes help people out. If you're walking in the crosswalk and some perv rolls down your window and starts yelling at you, maybe you should listen to them. Maybe they're trying to tell you dropped $1.
Yeah, you know, could have bought
life lesson. Do you have little life lessons at the end of these?
That today we do.
Yeah. Okay. Be open-minded to people talking to you, huh?
You should.
Who knows what the opportunity is?
If you want a fun dive into some really bad advertising, go look up Cooksey's Lifeguard Company on YouTube. There's a commercial I did when we first started, and I am talking in a Jamaican accent like, call me now for your free lifeguard. If you want lifeguard, we got lifeguards for your pool.
You still got the voice, man. I love it.
And we also do pool cleaning. We can clean your pool for you. We don't just have pool cleaning. We also rent toys. All this shit in the commercial we don't do anymore. We just do lifeguarding and swimming lessons. All that extra stuff. I was like, oh man, I'm such a good businessman. Was a horrible idea.
Destroyed you. Especially pool toys, man. Those break so damn quick. That's the problem with them.
Yeah. I mean, they're expensive too. And then they have like 1 or 2 times of use. I remember being at this party where this tiny little like blow up slide, and they can climb up and they slide down, but it's roughly about 4 feet high, not even that, and like toddlers can do it, but anyone older than that can't. And they hired us for like a 10-year-old birthday party, and the kids kept climbing up, but then it ripped. so I like duct taped the slide, but it kept leaking air, so I had the motor to pump it up on the whole time next to the wet slide, next to all the kids jumping in and everything else. So I wasn't even lifeguard anymore, just like keeping this slide
Make sure
afloat.
no one got electrocuted.
Oh man, it was so awful. And then I after that part, it's like, we're not doing any more pool toys.
Do you have a website for your stuck in traffic?
Yeah.
You should post that.
Oh, I should.
video
I
up
will
after
put it
this.
up. I'll put it up on our
So
thing.
people know where to go.
I'm trying to change the website if anyone actually cares. The website is just like 3 pages right now. Main page, the actual podcast if you want to listen to it, and then like one random video. And we'll just continue adding videos on there. But there's the Clutch, Nick Smith's.
The rap? Clutch
yeah.
Shift Gas.
Clutch
Going
Shift
way
Gas.
too fast.
Yeah.
When were you guys talking about that?
It was an early podcast. I threw that up. It was the very first video I have up there.
That's some dank ass stuff.
Yeah,
man.
it's all my editing in high school and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could find some videos of Dr. Smog because I'd throw that up in a heartbeat.
You'd have to have a whole Dr. Smog themed episode where you have the characters come on, you ask some questions, put up the videos. That'd be great.
It's too bad Dr. Smog, when we were in New York, told me the only reason I was a successful businessman was because I was white.
It's true, dude.
Damn
It's
it.
true, dude.
We had a huge
Okay,
argument.
hang on. I don't know why anyone would call you a successful businessman.
Me too. I'm still living with roommates. What are we talking
So
about?
I guess it was a compliment in a way. He sees you as successful.
I don't. Maybe
You gotta look at the bright side of life, man.
I should. I should have been like, you know what? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I am white, and I'm glad you think I'm successful.
I'm glad that you're under that illusion.
Can I get some change from the other homeless man over there?
In New York, you gotta go get it, man.
gotta go get it.
baby.
So to kind of finish the story I started talking about earlier, I've been trying
Hang
to
on,
write.
I got another story.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
that's it. I've been trying to write, and in the background, I like to have a little bit of like music just going on. And
Wait, what? With your speaker dragon, you
yeah,
play
because
music?
you can play music in the back, and it only picks up your voice. It's great. It's great.
wow, it's really great
Natural
system,
Dragon's
huh?
speaker is great.
You tell me ambient noise, it's able to cut out, huh?
Yeah, it cuts out ambient noise. And I'm just trying to listen to something. And I always go like, Alexa, play music. And she always goes, here's a station you might like, classical flute. And I'm like, why? Why is classical flute the first thing that... Oh, cool.
Alexa's playing in the background now.
Yeah,
You literally
exactly.
started her up.
Is she playing? Oh my god.
She literally heard it from the other room and is playing music.
She's so far away too.
Yep.
And so I just say it, and she always goes, classical flute. So, and that's the first thing she almost always goes to for some reason during the day. Sun's out, classical flute. This white boy likes classical flute. I don't. And I want you to be Alexa, Eli.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk, and you be Alexa. You give me all the choices I don't want. Because I tell her all the time.
Wait, tell you choices you don't want.
Yeah, because I always go, Alexa, play something I like. Because there are stations I have on there she should play automatically, and she almost always chooses like classical flute. One time she played Sounds of the Earth. I was like, I don't even know what that was. And it was just like rain and thunderstorms. It was kind of soothing, but it was not what I was looking for at all. So I want you to reenact.
So this is a game, huh?
This is not a game. It's just
Alexa
I just
game?
want you to play it. You be my Alexa.
All right.
Because I want to really give the people what they want. They want you to be Alexa.
Wow. I'll take the job, dude.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start writing here. Let me turn on my Dragon Natural speaker. I hope they're paying for this episode because we've talked about them a lot, and they're pretty good. So put this on. Put my headset on. Hey, Alexa, play something.
Yes, playing spoken word. The night is me. I am the
Alexa,
moon.
Alexa, play something different.
I didn't catch that. Returning to spoken word. I am
Damn it, Alexa, switch stations.
now playing the word spoken. I am stars. Bright light
How do I do this?
hits me.
How do I switch it?
I am.
Okay. Alexa, stop. Alexa, play hip hop.
Now playing Pip Pop and his merry rhymes. Pip Pop had a hip hop and he went to the drip drop. Got a dealer who gave him the pop pop.
Damn it. Alexa, stop. Stop. Just stop forever. I'm going to unplug you.
Alexa's playing again today.
I know I can hear it. I hope she heard me say stop. Oh.
Playing some songs.
Alexa, stop.
Alexa! Turn off! That was the real Alexa. Not
The real Alexa started going.
This is a shit show.
Yeah, this episode went real fast. Turn for the worst. Okay, talking about radios, this actually kind of falls into the game we're going to play. We're going to play Radio Station.
Oh, okay.
So how this works is you will start something and you'll just start talking and you'll be the radio, and then I'll jump in and I'll be a new station. The moment we go on for longer, because it should be quick, you should be able to have a couple lines, get a good feel for it, and then you pick up a new station, like we're switching dials. So that being said, if you pick a station that we've already played or can't come up with one fast enough, you lose.
So there's no ads with the real station doing a real thing. I can't talk about bail bonds over here or something.
You can. If you're going to go with an ad, you can only do one ad, because then you can't do an ad again.
Okay, so one ad ever.
So like if you do hip hop, I can't do hip hop.
Well, I mean, it depends. There's different styles, you know. It's got to be different enough, I'm guessing, is what you're saying.
It's got to be different enough that
What's
we
your
can tell.
switch noise when you want to take over?
Nothing. I once I lean in to start talking, then that's it.
Well, you should be like...
Okay.
And then you start talking your thing.
That's
Their radio sound.
okay. So you want to start, or you want me to start? Or you want to rock paper scissors?
I'll get the ad out of the way. Huh?
Okay, do it.
Got rotted mouth, loose teeth, bloody gums. Call Dean Dental.
Yo, what's up? My name is Mike Money, and I'd like to get money, and I'd like to get funny with the money with my rhymes, money with my rhymes. Oh, these bitches know what I'm at. Come on down to... Damn it.
I just really wanted to see it go all the way. My bad, I liked it. So keep listening here to Rock AM, and we're going to have a great time tonight at the big theater, seeing the boys and the men come out and play song. You know the song that they're playing called Glass Bottles. And it's gonna...
This is another song, single by Yoko Ono.
Now this next one reminds me of when I got my beer and I got my truck and I got my open road out in front of me, and all I can think about is what tomorrow's gonna bring. So go ahead, get comfortable and listen up. I got a road in front of me, and I know it's gonna go
1995 Deep House.
So what you're telling me is you were there that night when the aliens come. Yes, I was there and I saw them. And they weren't figures or beings, but they were lights. And they came out of the ground and they were this shape. And I was there on my couch and I was literally, I swear, I was just sleeping on my couch that night, and I woke up and I wasn't like I was awake. I was in this state, and these lights, rectangles and squares, 3D lights in my eyes, and I was
And you were at your house when this all happened?
Yes, yes. And just like now, when things change on me, I don't know how to process it. I was at my house, and I live in good old Kentucky, and I'll tell you, I never seen nothing like that.
Who else seen this with you?
No, it was an individual experience. I'm telling you, they would not have come if I was with any. They knew I was alone that night, and they came out, and they when they were there, I'm telling you, they were spinning in my face, spinning there.
Why did they think they wanted you?
Man, that's the $1 million question, right? Why me? Why did I see it? I would have to say maybe to be here to tell you.
To tell you a story.
To tell you what I saw. And maybe you won't believe me. Maybe that's fine. I've been doing a lot of soul searching, and I seen what I saw, and I know I believe it.
Jimmy, we all believe you here. We are all believers.
That's great. That gives me a lot of faith.
And you should feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And he came from the mountain, Moses, with his 10 commandments. And he said to the Jews in front of him, I shall not kill. I shall not call children baggage. I shall only believe. Now that you have listened to this, please go and donate money to 1-800.
Hey, this is Chip Hart, and we're here with today's top 20 hits. Next up is number 8, and you know her well. It's Lady Baba with her number 1 hit, I Got No Face. So come on, listen up. And if you're calling number 8, remember, we're giving out tickets to Magic Mountain. 4 tickets all weekend pass. You better get that phone ready. Remember, 1-800-222-789-3989. And yes, go ahead and call that number. You won't get you nothing, baby. But here's the number. Here's the song.
You know, I'm just going to turn the radio off.
Okay, good. Yeah. These poor listeners.
I know, they're like, oh, this is not a very good game.
Problem is, when you give us a game of creativity, we'll just push it till it's not fun anymore. Yeah.
You know, since we got no news, girl,
can you help me out with this? Why you jumped in on my alien story?
Because I liked it. I wanted to run with it. I was like, ooh, this is good.
It's actually a real story I heard on the radio. You know that Coast to Coast guy who does that weird shit at night? I was listening to it, and there was
KFM, right?
Yeah, KFI.
KFI.
Yeah, but whatever. I think Coast to Coast plays on other radio stations other than KFI. I think he's that big at night. But yeah, he does like all these like weird stories. But yeah, there was some like guy talking about that same story, and it stuck in my mind forever. It was weird. But you want me to do news stories?
Yeah, you got one that you already told me that is.
Yeah, well, I mean, this has been a kind of a fucked up week. We had like 3 shootings in the past month.
Yeah.
Bad shootings, so you know there's that. So welcome to America.
Our heart definitely goes out for all of them.
Oh yeah,
the one terrible. In El Paso. That was the they call it the terrorism, right? Because he was shooting people.
They're all terrorism.
No, I know they're all terrorism, but one like he killed his sister and went out and killed
that was Dayton.
Yeah.
That was in El Paso. El Paso was a guy who hated Mexicans, went to a Walmart near the border and just opened up.
Awful.
Yeah, it's stupid as fuck, dude. I don't get them. There's obviously who would relate with them.
There's been a lot of talk about like gun control and things like that. And obviously we can't go out and go like, give me all your guns. Everyone, we're melting them down. Because you would have people up in arms, literally. But what's an easier way to kind of, deal with the problem off the top of your head?
Damn, dude, that's a big spot you're putting me on.
And that's it for Stuck in Traffic. Thanks.
Well, for a while, it was just at schools. And when I was thinking it was just at schools, we have the strongest military in the world, easily, right? And I was thinking, like, why don't we utilize that? I was thinking, why don't we put, I don't know, drones at schools to monitor and shoot people down if they hear the gun noises? Program drones, right? So they're at a school, and if they hear noises of guns, come up. But, I mean, that's not preventing the problem. It's just better reaction time.
I kind of like that.
But I love that idea. You have one guy, because usually there's never 2 at the same time. One guy at the military stationed to watching all the drones, and if a drone gets activated because of noise, he controls it, goes and kills them. There's just machine guns on it. You're not giving teachers guns. You're not doing anything crazy like that. There's just drone on top of the roof that no one knows about comes out.
And you can be anywhere. You can literally have like a little panic button. All the teachers have one. They just press it, and if a guy is controlling it,
that's true too.
Then
it's just a military commander.
Then he won't shoot right away. It's not like an AI system where it will pick up guns. He will go around and fly. But then, you know what? Who knows? You're going to get all the people going, oh, what happens if they hack into the system? And they can have...
I'd hope military would be good, but I can't even say that, It's just bad. But I would like that idea, too, because all those public concerts that are getting targeted now, they'd be perfect. You just have them flying around.
Adam Carolla talked about having ravens or crows that you just train these crows that when they see a gun they go and like start pecking these people.
Jesus.
Because you can train ravens to pretty much do whatever. There's in France there's this park, this amusement park that they've trained crows to go pick up trash around the park, and every time they bring trash in,
they get a treat, right?
They get a peanut.
So smart. Honestly, right? I think we don't utilize nature enough.
No, we really don't. We used
to. Places that use like tree roots as bridges. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I have.
They like wane them into going a certain direction and use them as bridges across the ends of the trees intact. They never cut it down for wood. It's insane.
It's like being an elf in like an old timey book, like my book.
Or you should read it. Whatchamacallit. Another thing I was thinking about is it's so hard to test for crazy people and make sure crazy people don't get guns, especially people can become crazy. But what if you could test a completely mentally stable person? I know this probably doesn't sound right because a mentally stable person could become unstable.
Yeah.
But you find these mentally stable people and you give them permits to conceal and carry, and they're only ever allowed to use the gun in an instance of an active shooter. And you give them out to a bunch of people who you vet and think are active, and you meet up with them like monthly or yearly. But if an active shooter knows that there might be someone who's allowed to be there with a gun that's not a police officer who's hidden, it might deter them to thinking that it's worth it. That's a recent idea. It hasn't been thought out that well, but yeah, you put me on the spot.
I like the drones.
Yeah, drones are better.
Drones and birds. I like the birds.
Birds, I'm not sure about, but I love using nature. I
like the birds.
Other news story was Jeffrey Epstein. Got killed. Well, by suicide apparently. So this guy who's a billionaire, has got a bunch of billionaire friends, probably has a bunch of political leaders, accused of having a pedophilic rings. Pedophile rings, where he'd have these giant parties, these people would come over, and he had girls from what I've heard, like 12 to 18 on the ready for, whatever. So he got taken down, and he's supposed to be, a lot of interrogations, a lot of information out of him. Was already put on 24/7 suicide watch and died by suicide from hanging, and they're saying from cloth linens on his bed, which... if you're on 24-hour suicide watch, is one of the main things they take away.
Yeah. No, so, I know that too.
Do the math yourself. This was orchestrated. Probably murder, I would say.
I would say that too.
Insane. You watch stories on Netflix and you think it's like, oh, it wouldn't really happen, and then
you get high enough up and you have enough money and resources.
It's insane, dude. I can't believe that this shit flies half the time.
This is not a good example, but like El Chapo, he had a lot of resources. Too bad he was in Mexico, because when he escaped and both cars broke down and overheated as he got through the tunnel, got one car in Mexico, started driving, it overheated. He took over another car. That car overheated.
What? I never heard this story at all.
Yeah. It's one of the many times he escaped, because El Chapo has escaped a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the times he got in 2 cars in Mexico. This is how you know you live in a great country. He got in 2 cars, both cars overheated, basically a block away from the prison. That was it. Then he got caught again. You're just like, oh, cool. We got you.
Yeah. That's like divine intervention.
Yeah,
right. What can you tell? And the third story would
we got
be
3
protests going on in Hong Kong.
Oh,
those are
yeah.
crazy. I don't know if you ever mentioned it, but they are insane. And if you haven't heard about it yet, look up videos. It's been full streets, full of people for I almost want to say multiple months now.
So explain what's going on real quick so we can talk about it.
Yeah, okay. So here's my great professional in-depth analysis on this. Please do your own research.
Please
From what
read
I
an
understand is mainland China passed this law where they're allowed to take citizens from Hong Kong and other places now, bring them to mainland and interrogate them pretty much if they say they want to. And Hong Kong, China is more of a progressive area, especially the mainland. So they easily see that as this is the government trying to control us completely. So they've been having peaceful protests, and it's been elevated to the point of tear gas, to the point where they've said that police have gone away, put on masks, came out and beat up protesters. They believe that China's government has hired people to run their trucks into some of the population, and they've been peaceful this whole time.
Yeah.
Mind you. Latest I heard on it was they were starting to ban laser pointers. Because what was happening is China's government's been using facial recognition cameras, and if it recognizes your face, it's going to hold it in its database and never like let you move on and ruin your political score.
Oh, really?
Social score. So they've been trying to say that they're dangerous weapons or whatever that start fires or some BS. So there's these pictures of like a protester holding up a piece of paper and hundreds of other protesters signing it with their pointer light and showing that it doesn't start fires, it's not dangerous. But yeah, what apparently if you shine laser lights at these facial recognition cameras, they won't work.
Oh, dang.
They have all these methods too. So that when tear gas gets thrown, there's literally protesters who hold traffic cones, put it in a traffic cone. The other protesters pour water down the hole.
No way.
It extinguishes it. Yeah, it's insane. But literally, they're like, got their mask, they're carrying around traffic cones and water, and they'll go around, hit it, and extinguish them all.
Dang.
Like, they have this whole system set up. It's insane. And that's how you know they've been doing it a long time.
Oh, yeah. If they've been doing that.
Yeah. Well,
they're at this weird standpoint where China has to make a decision. Do they go in and have the military and crush them?
Which very
was going
likely.
to rise
They've
up.
done it before.
They have done it, but they're at the point where they're so they've been focused on education and things like that the people that live in mainland China will probably start protesting and rise up, and they don't want to have anyone start threatening their whole system. But at the same time, if they don't do anything, then they look weak. So what's the choice?
Looking at is this is Hong Kong. This isn't some rural town in mainland where they can control the internet as well.
Yeah.
Hong Kong is connected everywhere as an economy, technology. You go around and you murder citizens in Hong Kong, we're going to see it in America.
Oh, yeah.
The videos are going to get here. You know, and maybe America can come up with some oil excuse and use that as a facade, but hopefully someone does something. I don't know.
And you know what? On that note, it's been Stuck in Traffic,
sorry
number
for the terrible
47.
To depress you.
Thanks for listening. I'm glad it sounds to me like it sounds better already. Have with new equipment. Thanks to our big contributor, Cooksey's Lifeguard and Swim / me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And then Eli got some plugs.
Yeah, sure. New book is coming out soon. I'm hoping by the end of the year. But definitely give it a read. I think I'm just going to drop it free. So listen to it free. I want to, Samuel's got all this fancy audio equipment. I want to do an audio book of it. I'm planning to release that for free for a while too. Just trying to get people to read stuff. That'd be nice. Other plugs out there are nothing.
Okay.
At all. All right.
Sounds
cool.
good.
All right.
And then you got my book, Hailing the Berserker King. I have another children's book that's coming out pretty soon. Once Dad finishes all his art for it, it should be pretty good. The working title right now is Wild Child, but I might change the name. But the goal for that is to come out September or beginning of October.
You said you're waiting on Dad's illustrations.
I am waiting on Dad's illustrations.
So let me give a small disclosure. That book will never come out.
No, Dad will do it. Dad gets stuff done. I got several paintings of Dad's.
Ah, dude, that's really nice of you to say.
And that's it. So if you want to follow us, you can go stuckintrafficpodcast.com. Check out all the website changes. It's going to be changing again pretty soon with all our favorite friends, and you can see their websites and what they're up to, like Hide at the Chef. the Streetwalker, things like that. And then you can always follow me, Samuel P. Cooksey, on Instagram. Hit me up.
And feel free to follow me on Venmo. My name is Author-Cooksey. If you want to follow me, just go ahead and send me at least $5 to $20, and you should be followed. Great, you know.
And then, of course, Stuck in Traffic has that donate. So if you do want to donate to help us get better equipment or whatnot, or if you have your own alcohol brand and you want us to try it, hit us up. That's where we are.
Wow, that's a good plug right there.
Yeah, right?
Get some free alcohol. Send it our way, baby.
That's what we're trying to do.
There you go.
Peace out, Girl Scout.